Hello student, I am Latif sir. Today I'll discuss about ICC class 8 chemistry. The topic is physical and chemical changes. On this topic, this is my second video. In the first video, I have already discussed about types of changes, physical change and chemical change, an example of these changes and difference between these changes. Today I'll discuss about chemical reaction. What is the chemical reaction? A chemical change occurs when chemicals react with each other. That is, one or more than one substance react to form different products. The substance undergoing the reaction are called reactant, and the substance formed by the reaction are called product. You know that in a chemical reaction or chemical change. Thus, a chemical change is also called chemical reaction. Now, let's see the some important properties by which you can identify whether a reaction, chemical reaction, happen or not. So this see these important properties. First, change in color energy. In some chemical reaction, there occurs change in energy in terms of heat or light. Second one, change in color. In some chemical reaction, you will see that there is a change in color on going from reactant to product. Third, evolution of gas. You can also see in some chemical reaction there are the formation of different types of gases and the formation of precipitate. That is, precipitate means solid product which separates out from the solution. Precipitate are the solid product which separates out from the solution. So let's see about this some about the let's read about the important properties. First, chemical change. Almost all chemical reaction involve energy change, not change in energy. Some chemical reaction produce heat while some take away heat. The a change or reaction in which heat is released is called exothermic reaction. So exothermic reactions are those reactions which produces heat. Example of exothermic reaction: when carbon react with oxygen produces carbon dioxide CO2, C plus O2 CO2 plus heat. So in this reaction heat is produced. Therefore this reaction is exothermic reaction. Burning of any fuel, burning of paper, burning of wood, all these reaction are exothermic reaction. Now second, we know that in some chemical reaction there is a absorption of heat from the surrounding, and those reaction absorb heat from the surrounding are called endothermic reaction. What is the endothermic reaction? A change or reaction in which heat is absorbed from the surrounding is called endothermic reaction. For example, reaction between carbon and sulfur produces carbon disulfide. Is carbon dioxide sulfur carbon disulfide CH2 is formed with the absorption of heat. The reaction is C plus S plus heat implies CH2, carbon disulfide. Carbon plus sulfur implies carbon disulfide. This, this is an example of endothermic reaction. Now change in color. I have already mentioned that in some chemical reaction there may be change in color, or there may be color change. Okay, the color of the product may differ from the reactant in some chemical reaction. For example, here one example given. For example, copper sulfate, which is blue in color, after reacting with iron, that is Fe, the product formed, that is iron sulfate FeSO4, is is of green color. So reaction is CuSO4, which is blue in color. When react with Fe, it forms ferrous sulfate FeSO4, which is green in color, plus copper. In this reaction, the color change is blue to green. Now, next, evolution of gas. In some chemical reaction, there will be formation of gases, formation of some gases, like which gases? Carbon dioxide, hydrogen, ammonia gas. This type of gas will may be produced by some chemical reaction. Some chemical changes also produce gases. Generally, the gases produced can be carbon dioxide, hydrogen, ammonia, etc. The presence of carbon dioxide gas can be confirmed by as it turns lime water milky. How to confirm a gas whether it is a carbon dioxide gas or other gas? You have to pass the gas through lime water. If lime water become milky, then you will confirm that the gas the gas produced is carbon dioxide gas. Here an activity is given. In this activity, you can see the reaction between vinegar means acetic acid and baking soda means sodium hydrogen carbonate. The process is take some vinegar or acetic acid in a glass beaker and then add a pinch of baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, to it. We will observe gas bubble coming out of the beaker. What you will observe? The gas bubble coming out from the beaker. In which beaker you have added vinegar, you have mixed vinegar with baking soda. Now, why the bubbles formed? This is due to the release of carbon dioxide. So, which gas produced in this reaction? Carbon dioxide gas. This can be confirmed by making the gas pass through the freshly prepared lime water. The lime water turns milky when carbon dioxide is passed through it due to the formation of calcium carbonate. You can see the diagram. In the left side beaker, there is baking soda and sodium carbonate, and in the right side beaker, freshly prepared lime water is there. So now connect both the beaker with a pipe. After starting the reaction in the left side beaker, carbon dioxide gas will produce, and the carbon dioxide gas will pass through the pipe into and the carbon dioxide gas will pass through this lime water. Okay, then what will you will observe? You will observe that the lime water become milky due to the formation of calcium carbonate. The reaction is carbon dioxide, which is produced in the left side beaker, and the gas pass through the connecting pipe into the right side beaker, which contain lime water. And now carbon dioxide react with lime water, that is CO2 plus lime water means CaOH whole twice. The product form is calcium carbonate, formula is CaCO3 plus water H2. Formation of precipitate. I've already mentioned that in some chemical reaction there are formation of solid insoluble product which separate out from the reaction, and the solid insoluble products are called precipitate. Let's see. In some chemical changes, the product form separates from the solution and form a different mass of layer. This insoluble solid is called a precipitate. For example, in a reaction between copper sulfate and hydrogen sulfide, copper sulfide and sulfuric acid are formed. The copper sulfide formed is given out as a precipitate. So the reaction is CuSO4 copper sulfate plus hydrogen sulfide H2S implies CuS copper sulfide plus H2SO4 plus sulfuric acid. Here CuS is a precipitate, that is insoluble product. Thank you, and in the next video I'll discuss about chemical formula and different types of chemical changes.